But the big story that's breaking at the moment, former Prime Minister Deve Gowda's grandson and Member of Parliament from the Janata Dal secular Prajwal Revanna is in a major sex scandal. And now the JDS core committee is meeting tomorrow. They are set to expel him a day after they reportedly said he would be suspended. Prajwal Revanna had flown to Germany within hours of the polling ending in his constituency in Hassan. His current location is not known. Sources are saying 5 more alleged victims have come forward and more than 2,000 video clips of alleged sexual exploitation of women are now in the possession of the special investigating team that has been appointed by the Karnataka government. This could become one of the most massive scandals involving a politician and alleged sexual exploitation of women. That's the big story. Prajwal Revanna, remember, flew to Germany. Current location is unknown. Joining me now is Nagarjun Dwarkanath, our Bangalore bureau chief, who's tracking every twist and turn in this story. Nagarjun, what do we know? Where is Prajwal Revanna, and is he almost set to be or certain to be expelled by his party tomorrow after the huge embarrassment that the Gowdas have suffered?
Rajdeep, at this point of time, we don't know where Prajwal is in Germany or is left Germany. The last time that the government got to know his passport was swiped in Frankfurt when he landed in Germany. When he took a flight from Bengaluru to Frankfurt on 27th early morning, he boarded the flight at 2 a.m. Is what we are told. And also when it comes to the party that is going to expel Prajwal Revanna tomorrow, Kumaraswamy himself has confirmed that there has been recommendation from the party. MLAs have put pressure on JDS to take a stand. So most likely tomorrow the core committee will meet in Hubli at 10 a.m. and officially put in a word that Prajwal Revanna is being expelled from the party.
Now, he is very close, of course, to his grandfather, Deve Gowda. Is the buzz that it was Mr. Deve Gowda who was trying to protect him, even though these allegations have been swirling around for a while and there were reports of these sex tapes doing the rounds?
Well, it's all hearsay at this point of time. Once what we have to confirm is where did the videos originate from? If it was the allegations that Prajwal himself recorded it, then how did it get leaked from his phone and how did it get circulated and it became viral across Karnataka, and I'm sure it has reached Delhi as well. So that's the big question. And also on whose permission, on whose word did Prajwal Revanna leave immediately from Bengaluru after the polling? So it's not looked like it was a planned trip. Everything looks suspicious as of now. The SIT is probing. The first job of the SIT is to make sure that the videos are authentic and not mocked or AI generated, and also record the statement of the victims. I think in the next 2 to 3 days, we'll have more updates from the FIT.
Okay, Nagarjun Dwarkanath joining us with all those updates. We'll wait to see what the SIT has to say, what exactly is the evidence that is being garnered against Prajwal Revanna. It is our top story of the day. It's a sex abuse scandal that sent shockwaves not just in Karnataka, which remember has a second round of pollings next week, but across the country. After all, Prajwal Revanna is former Prime Minister Deve Gowda's grandson. He's also the current JDS MP from Hassan. Prajwal is accused of sexually assaulting, videotaping the acts with multiple victims, including household workers as well as party workers. Prajwal Revanna flew to Germany within hours of the polling ending in Karnataka last week. A victim came out today accusing Prajwal of assaulting female helpers at his home. The Karnataka government has now appointed an SIT, and sources are telling India Today that at least 5 more victims will be coming forward now. Take a look at our top story tonight.
Former Prime Minister Deve Gowda's grandson and JDS Lok Sabha election candidate from Hassan, Prajwal Revanna, is in trouble over allegations of sexual abuse. A case has been filed against Prajwal Revanna and his father Deve Revanna for alleged sexual harassment. The FIR was filed on the basis of complaint by a 47-year-old domestic help. India Today has accessed the FIR, which alleges Prajwal and his father sexually abused the victim in a storeroom. In her complaint, the victim claims that the father and son used to sexually assault women workers at their house. The victim says Prajwal allegedly video called her daughter and tried to flirt with her. the daughter blocked his number. The victim claims she decided to come forward after many sex videos of Ravanna were widely shared among public. Prajwal Revanna has left the country even as the Siddaramaiah government ordered an SIT probe. Prajwal's father and co-accused H.D. Revanna called the videos a conspiracy.
ಈಗ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ರಾಜಕೀಯದ ಇದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಈಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅವ್ರದ್ದಿದೆ, ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವರೇನು FIR ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತ? SIT ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತ?
JDS leader and former Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy has distanced himself from the scandal that has hit his brother's family.
ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಮಹಾನ್ ಭಾವರು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋರ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿಜ. SIT ರಚನೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. SIT ರಚನೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ಲೇ, ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ಲೇಬೇಕು.
Meanwhile, BJP leader Deve Gowda has revealed that his party did not heed his warnings about the sex tapes before stitching an alliance with JDS.
सबको समझा दिया मैं. JDS के साथ अलायंस करने का टाइम में वही वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है आसन में. हम कर्नाटक में कोई जगह में तो अलायंस कर लो, कोई बात नहीं है. आसन के बारे में मैं अच्छे से जानता हूँ. मैं उधर वलयेश रेवण्णा का अपोजिट कैंडिडेट हूँ. फिर मगर बहुत लोग बोलता है उसका गंदा आदमी है. इसका पहले इलेक्शन पिटिशन 2019 वो केस इसमें कन्विक्ट हो गया. वो प्रज्वल रेवण्णा डिस्क्वालीफाई हो गया. वो
The Congress and JDS ally BJP traded barbs over the sex scandal.
ನಾನು ಪ್ರಜಾಲ್ ಅದು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ಕೇಳೋದು ಬದಲು ನೀವು BJP ನಾಯಕರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಶೆಟ್ಟರ್ ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮ MP ಅಂಗಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. BJP ಅಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಏನು, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು.
ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೇ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಇಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಾನೂನು ಏನೈತಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ, ಆ ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕ್ರಮ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
Many of the sex tapes that have become public are from a few years ago. Prajwal Revanna has got a court injunction gagging media from reporting about the sex tapes. And all this while no investigation was even ordered. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's raise the big questions tonight. Questions that many other channels will perhaps not raise. How did Prajwal Revanna get a ticket for the Lok Sabha despite these sex tape allegations? Was it his grandfather Deve Gowda who was protecting him all through? Who tipped off Prajwal to flee the country within hours of the polling? And do politicians across the board and party lines get away with predatory behavior like this? These are some of the questions we'll raise. Pramila Nesargi is advocate Karnataka High Court. She's also worked with the National Commission for Women and is close to the BJP. Tanveer Ahmed is political analyst and columnist who was part of the JDS, and I think we should say that he was a former JDS spokesperson. Tara Krishnaswamy is co-founder Political Shakti, a women's group based in Karnataka, and Sanjay Sahai, former ADGP Karnataka. And I want to come to you, Mr. Sahai, first, because this is pretty shocking. The manner in which someone who's facing these serious allegations seems to be able to leave the country, and these allegations have been swirling for a while. It's taken so long. Suddenly the Karnataka government also has woken up to what's happened, appointed an SIT, and Prajwal Revanna in the middle of the election has gone away, and all these complaints are coming now from one woman after the other. One now, and we're told 5 more are lined up. What does this suggest to you, Sanjay Sahai?
See, basically, in the Hassan district, as per the public domain knowledge, so these tapes have been around at least from 3 days before the elections were conducted on 26th of last month. And these tapes were kept at bus stations and in buses and variety of other places. Given that fact in mind, it was in public knowledge, it hit the national media only much later. So the concerned suspect or the accused, he was aware of it, and that is why he acted in this manner.
No,
So
sir,
broadly,
but
broad-
Mr. Sai, the fact is that he got a gag order from the court last year. So these tapes are not new. Last year
yes,
itself, he got a gag order. The tapes have been doing the rounds for more than a year,
correct.
sir.
Correct, Rajdeep. See, tapes are not new, and he has got a court injunction. That is also a reality. And I think much before that, when the political deliberations were on, it was told that there are things of this nature which are there in the public domain, and it might go against him. So tapes have been there, and police and other regulatory agencies have the suo motu powers to register a case and investigate a case. So that has certainly not happened.
No, so why
And
did
then
the police not act then? The question will be if the Karnataka police also, I'll come to the questions about the political parties, but why did the police not act even if these tapes were doing the rounds more than a year ago?
See, there are two things. One is whether you waited for a complainant to come, or you can take it suo motu. So suo motu, it has not happened. And finally, even when the tapes were there for last couple of days, I think 26 was the election day, so might be 3-4 days before that, 3 days before that, these tapes in pen drives have been left all around the place. So from that period till the time the complainant came and gave a complaint, only then the investigation started, and finally SIT has been constituted. So that gap is there. That gap is certainly there.
And do you see anything odd about the manner in which he has been allowed to flee? I mean, I use the word flee because his family is saying that he had gone on a routine trip, but it seems very odd that within a couple of hours of the polling getting over, he goes to Germany. Next morning, this complaint becomes public knowledge. It almost seems someone tipped him off, sir.
See, when large number of such tapes are all around the place, and there is a likelihood that there might be action, and the connect between the registration of the FIR and the person leaving the country, whatever the case might be. Now that connect can only be established when the FIR is registered and then the whole thing happens. So this connect is primarily depends on chronology. And then you can take a call depending on the whole background as to how things have happened and things of progress. These will add up into whether that finally you come to a logical conclusion that he fled with collusion, or it was a part of his regular movement. So that I leave to the SIT to decide upon it.
I'll come to the chronology and I'll give our viewers the chronology so they understand the entire case in a moment. But I want to get you in, Tanveer Ahmed, because you were with the Janata Dal Secular. You're close to Deve Gowda. The buzz is that there were local BJP leaders who had warned the BJP leadership both in Bengaluru and in Delhi, do not allow someone like Prajwal Revanna to get a ticket. And yet Deve Gowda insisted. And the BJP, because they were so keen on the alliance, backed off. I mean, what is the truth? Why did HT Deve Gowda protect a son against whom there were these serious complaints, not just now, but over, for the last 6 months? It was in December that the local BJP leader wrote a letter to the BJP leadership saying, please don't give this man a ticket.
Absolutely right, Rajdeep Sardesai. Let's really understand that he is not the Prime Minister of BJP, he is the Prime Minister of India. Today, what is the international face the Prime Minister is going to carry? Because we as Karyakartas of, ex-Karyakarta of JDS, we all were knowing about this. We had tried to discuss this on several occasions, much before any BJP leader writing a letter. A couple of JDS leaders had really gone ahead. But here there is a word in Karnataka, we say putra vyamoh. The love towards your children and grandchildren has absolutely taken away such a great man, Deve Gowda. I have huge respect for him. I don't know why he had to really swayed away with putra vyamoh. But however, the onus of responsibility and the question should definitely be asked to a couple of people.
Did HT Deve Gowda know all the details of this, or do you believe Mr. Deve Gowda, who's now of course in his 90s, was not even aware of this, or do you believe he was aware of it?
I have not seen a man who has detailed information on every matter, and I would not really believe that HT Deve Gowda ji was not knowing about it. I would not like to believe. Maybe at the age of 92, 91, he might, but his attention to details on every matter is humongous, great, and nobody parallel to Deve Gowda. Because I have learned politics from Deve Gowda. 10 years I was very close to him. I am still. But keeping Deve Gowda's issue aside, let's really ask a few questions.
I can't hear
Honorable
anything.
Prime Minister and his intelligence, I'm sure they might have
Yeah, go ahead.
of such low caliber. Such low caliber. How can the Prime Minister come and do campaigning for a man like Prajwal Revanna? Why is Smithy Irani keeping quiet? And the motor mouth who comes on your television every day, Shahzad Poonawala, where is that motor mouth who comes, who has script writers, who write script for him, and he comes and just reads the script without even analyzing those scripts? Where are they? Today the onus of responsibility is much more than on JDS, it is on BJP. Are they going to continue the partnership is one question. Are they really going to give a ministership to JDS? Second question. Are they going to allow the JDS leaders to campaign along with them is third question. I think BJP
but
needs
the
to
primary
responsibility.
but Tanveer Ahmed, the primary responsibilities of the Gowda family. Today the Gowda family is saying that we are going to are distancing themselves from Prajwal Revanna, but they are the ones who insisted on him getting a ticket. Now the point is, the HD Deve Gowda, as you said, Putra Moha, or in this case, Grand Putra Moha, is a question mark. But the truth of the matter, this is a very tightly run family party. The family decides. So if the family forces a decision that no, we will only take Prajwal Revanna despite all these charges, what does it say about this party called the JDS, of which you were a part?
I think as usual, they were planning to manage it at lastminute.com, but they failed. I think the things really went out of hand just before the election. We all know how the pen drives and the memory chips were thrown where Congress programs were, where JDS programs were happening. But we all were knowing. But however, is it not a failure of the intelligence agencies who report to Prime Minister, who give a report, where is Priyanka Gandhi today, where is Rahul Gandhi yesterday, where is Rajdeep Sardesai today? When they have all that information, don't you think the Prime Minister of India and the intelligence agencies were having enough and more information to say, if this is the man, I'm not going to campaign? And today, H.D. Kumaraswamy comes on television channel and he says, we have nothing to do. Deve Gowda is separate and Revanna is separate. We all knew from the day one, we all know that blood is always thicker than the water. This is the blood relationship. It is not the water relationship like mine.
It is blood.
And you threw a lot of leaders like me under the bus. This is the blood relationship. How are they going to throw the blood under the bus?
Okay, how are they going to, you make a good point, how are they going to throw the blood under the bus? Blood runs thicker than water. Pramila Nesargi, how do you respond to what you've heard? I mean, the fact is that here is someone who over the last year has been under the shadow of these sex tapes, went and got a gag order from the court to prevent these tapes from being put out. Now, on the eve of the election, these tapes come out in the public domain and there's huge embarrassment. What does this suggest to you? And I don't see a word from the National Commission of Women or all the women bodies as well at the statutory level. All of this is deeply troubling, Pramila Nesargi. How do you respond?
You want me an answer as an advocate or as a public?
You tell me. It's your, the floor is yours.
Which answer do you want?
I want your answer as a citizen, as a woman, a citizen, a lawyer.
Tanveer speaking. I will answer you both. I was surprised when Tanveer Ahmed was speaking. He was with the same party. He was kith and kin with Deve Gowda and other family. If he were there in that party, what he would have spoken, I know. Just because he has left the party and joined Congress, he is speaking something different, having a second tongue. I just want to tell you what is the rule of law. Myself, yourself, the TVs or any political party are bound by the rule of law. Have you seen the committee that has been formed? Have you seen the complaint that has been filed? And have you seen the SIT that has been framed? What is the offence that according to their complaint? 4 sections, the 359 A and D. And then 506 and 509. Do you know all these offences are make-believe stories? They were in the public domain. Their punishment is hardly 3 years. In that means, so 468 of
no, so are you saying these are make-believe stories? No, 1 minute, ma'am. Ma'am, are you saying
they
these
are barred by law? That is, the Congress has I will tell you, Congress has made this SIT only to make use of it in the coming election in the third phase in the North Karnataka. Only because of that, not because that they are not. They know fully well that there is no offence. They know fully well the section they have put is barred under section 468 of the Criminal Procedure Code, and they cannot be convicted. So why? What is all this?
Okay.
I see, morally, I don't agree with whatever the Prajwal Revanna has done or whatever that's been coming in the public domain. In fact, I myself have filed a case on a matter pending in the Supreme Court in regarding the election petition. I am not talking about the merits of the case. Merits of the case, what I am worried is, I am not worried least about Prajwal Revanna or anyone. The Congress or any other party, no business to bring about Deve Gowda's name.
Okay, I'm going to. I've heard you, ma'am. Ma'am, just a minute. I have more voices on the show.
And then please give me 2 minutes. I will tell you, Mr. Tanvir, I am aware of you know what is running in your mind.
Okay, put the voice, fade it out, ma'am. Ma'am, I want the focus. It's a serious issue which we must focus on. Even beyond the politics that is involved, we are in the midst of an election. But Tara Krishna Swami, it's surprising that all these tapes come across on the eve of the second phase of elections. There is Pramila Nesargi raising questions over the way in which this SIT is suddenly formed, when the Karnataka police could, well, some believe, have acted months earlier, given the fact that many of these tapes reportedly were available at the time. And when you look at the FIR, there will be questions raised whether now this is enough for the government to prosecute Revanna. How do you respond, given also the silence that we are seeing from the National Commission for Women or other statutory bodies?
Rajdeep, every time there's crimes against women, it ends up being politicized. There are parties that turn individual personal vendetta crimes or intimate partner violence into love jihad. And then there are parties where you have large scale crimes like this, and even the National Commission doesn't even utter a word on this. So at the end of all of this, what happens is that gender violence is kind of thrown under the bus and not taken to be a serious enough issue, where it is actually a grievous crime. So
now, why is that? Tara Krishna Swami, let me point out, and I'll put out a graphic to show how many such cases involving politicians have come up in recent times. In Karnataka alone, there have been several gag orders of politicians who have gone to court and got gag orders against CDs. In fact, one Karnataka bureaucrat told me, ED is not the problem here, CD is the problem. We've seen the Sandesh Kali case in 2024, TMC leaders including Shahjahan Sheikh under the scanner. We've seen Brij Bhushan Saran Singh, BJP MP, accused of harassing female wrestlers, but nothing's happened to him. Ramesh Jarkhioli, BJP, stepped down as minister after a video was aired by Kannada news channels. You've got Kuldeep Singh Sengar, former BJP MLA, convicted in 2017, rape and murder, eventually expelled from the party. You've got Sandeep Kumar, AAP, sacked as Delhi minister after a video of him with a woman surfaced. So there is no shortage of cases. Mahipal Maderna quit as Rajasthan minister after being linked to the disappearance of a nurse. N.D. Tiwari, you will recall, quit as Andhra governor after a local TV channel aired a video of him with women. All these cases, and Karnataka particularly, as I said, several gag orders. What does it show? You remember there was a case in Karnataka Assembly where people were sharing sex tape clips in the Assembly. Why is it that there is an impunity that people feel they can get away?
I think this is exactly why the notion of a state commission or a national commission was even created, so that you have a set of people that are not politically affiliated. They're not meant to be politically affiliated, and they are meant to take the side of the marginalized. Whether it is SC/ST commission, whether it is women's commission, that is the purpose of such a body. However, such bodies are routinely appointed with either dummies or people that simply don't take their job seriously. Or when they get the position, I think they don't ask the powers that be whether they can operate whether they'll be given the freedom to operate in the genuine interest of the constituents that they are meant to serve. Otherwise, you won't have this kind of selective outrage about certain cases, selective pursuance of certain issues, and a complete, it's really weird. You have tomorrow Mr. Amit Shah is going to visit the home of Neha, the woman who was brutally murdered by her own partner. So that is a case of a single woman, as tragic as it gets. The home minister of the country is going to visit her home because there's an election. On the other hand, you have a case brewing where their own candidate, for whom the prime minister himself stood on stage and campaigned, asked for votes personally. It has now, tapes have emerged showing coercion, allegations of rape. FIR has been filed. Multiple women are supposed to be coming forward. And you have nary a word from either the Women's Commission or the political party in alliance with this, when the highest officers in the country have put their, staked their credibility on his candidacy. So this is, it feels like, as far as women's issues are concerned, it is always politics that precedes, doing the right thing.
Can I make, Mr. Sahai, are the police officers also caught in the middle? This is an election time, political tug of war. You've got the Congress hitting the streets on this issue in Karnataka. It becomes almost very difficult for even policing to take place. Same thing happened with the Neha case in a different sense. It's been politicized. What is a terrible, gruesome crime suddenly becomes a political battleground. And therefore, the police seems to find it difficult to do policing. It all depends on who has influence, who has connections with whom.
See, if you take this whole thing as a chess game and checks and balances being played and police being caught in the vortex of things, I think that will be really surprising for me. What is expected out of them, and in large number of cases, I would not claim that in 100% of the cases, but large number of cases, when there are sensational cases, you get into the crime part of it. And when you get into the crime part of it, now whether there are also claims that some of these videos are morphed. If you get into pure digital evidence and you get into video forensics and put the pieces together, I don't think in present day and age with the capability of video forensics and large number of metadata available to plug all these loopholes and come up with a investigative narrative which will actually fix the accused. I think it is a very doable thing.
But will this case, sir, in simple language, will the case lead to its logical conclusion? You see, if this man was not the grandson of a former prime minister of the country, he would by now certainly have been called in, hauled in, and you would have made sure that there was a proper investigation against him. Because he's a VVIP, the sense is once the elections are over, will the heat go off him? We've seen in the past, politicians get away once the media focus on them goes away. So will a Prajwal Revanna get away is the worry that many people will have.
Rajdeep, I will neither go by the smoke screen that is created, nor will I go by that as the time passes, things will get into the cold storage. Given the gravity of the case and given the nature of cases which CID has investigated, which I have been a part at least on 2 occasions, the cases have reached their logical conclusion. And in this particular case, because there is a video footage and variety of video footages which are available. So if you get into when it was created, how it was created, doctored, not doctored, I think this is one typical case where I think the whole case can be built up on pure scientific, technological, cyber forensic evidence. Okay. Now the other part, Rajdeep, which you are talking about of the smoke screen which is created and slowly it will pass into cold storage and variety of other things. As a professional police officer, I would not like to take a very clear-cut stand that this will happen this way or it will happen that way. But if SIT is created, and we have seen in other cases also when Karnataka SIT has been there, so things have gone to a logical conclusion. Might be there be some delay or there has happened some delay. But otherwise, I think the facts of the case clearly prove that the witnesses are coming, the complainants are coming, most of the details are generally not being debated. The videos are in public domain, whether they're morphed, doctored, not doctored, that authenticity, timing, chronology, I think all these things can be pieced together in a very, very comprehensive manner, intensive manner, and a clear-cut narrative, and we will be able to reach to a logical conclusion.
Okay.
As far as the case is concerned, I don't think it is some case which has a nature of complexity which cannot be managed.
Tanveer Ahmed, as I said, this is not the first such case of this kind to come up in Karnataka involving the alleged sexual scandals of some of your politicians. I just wonder whether there will be deterrent if action is taken. Do you really see, once the elections are over, action being taken in this case? Because there's one view that all of this is being done with one eye on the elections.
Rajdeep, we need to really understand there is a difference between the previous cases and this. ND Tiwari, one, and Jarkiholi, one woman. But here it is thousands. Thousands. The pictures are coming, the videos are going.
No, there are 1,000 video clips. No. Let me be very clear. Sir, I have been told by an officer that there are more than 2,000 video clips. We don't know whether there are thousands of women. I want to do a fact check. These are claims which are being made at the moment. Women have not come forward yet.
Rajdeep, over a period of time, those women are alive and kicking. They would definitely come, if not today, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, they would certainly come. Because we all believe respect of a woman is much above everything. And I'm sure they will come, But however, I'm sure that I believe in the SIT which is formed, I'm sure they are going to go to a logical conclusion. But here, three questions. One, if Prajwal Revanna, according to few sources, is saying that it is mocked, why did he run away? Second thing, why did Kumaraswamy come today on a national television, on public platform and say that I and my family has nothing to do with Prajwal Revanna? 2. 3. Why did two women come here who were working, who had given? It really shows, if at all you join the dots, the devil is in details. And I'm sure Prajwal ran away because he was knowing that he's accused, and I don't think he's going to come back for a long time.
Well, that would be very, very tragic if an MP, someone contesting for an MP seat in Hassan, has run away from the law and will not come back. That would be a huge embarrassment to the JDS, to its allies, and indeed Karnataka itself. But I have run out of time. We will continue to track this story. We will give every little dimension of this story in the weeks and months ahead to see that somehow all the details, all the various angles of this story are covered. Appreciate my guests joining us on the top talking point. Let me turn from there to what else has been happening on the election front. Now, the other big story, reservation, remember, has become one of the biggest flashpoints in the 2024 Lok Sabha battle. The Congress claiming that if the BJP comes back to power, they will do away with reservation, a claim that the BJP has strongly refuted. Now a doctored video of Home Minister Amit Shah has kicked up a storm in the political battlefield. Shared by the Congress, the BJP, led by Prime Minister Modi, has accused the Congress of deliberately misleading the voter. Now the party has not just moved the poll body, but Amit Shah has reacted to the doctored video while speaking to India Today and insists that reservations will never go away. Take a look.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो एक गैर संवैधानिक मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे। ये अधिकार तेलंगाना के एससी, एसटी और ओबीसी का है, वो अधिकार उनको मिलेगा और मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे।
The real video.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो एक गैर संवैधानिक एससी, एसटी और ओबीसी का है, वो रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे। रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे।
And this is how it was doctored and snipped to make a fake video.
देखिए, हमारी ओर से एक भी नहीं आया है। 3 आए, तीन कांग्रेस ने करे। यही बताता है कांग्रेस जन समर्थन के अभाव में इस प्रकार के गलत प्रचार के लिए पड़ी। वो उनकी हार की हताशा की निशानी है।
This video was even shared by the Telangana Congress, which has led to the Delhi police landing up now in Hyderabad. Telangana CM Revanth Reddy has also been summoned now by the Delhi police.
Right now, we are exactly in front of Chief Minister Revanth Reddy's residence here, where what we are hearing is that Delhi police have come here and gave a notice or served a notice to the Chief Minister's office, stating that by May 1, Chief Minister Revanth Reddy has to appear with all the gadgets.
CM Revanth Reddy went all guns blazing against the centre and claimed that the BJP wants to arrest him.
सोशल मीडिया में कोई पोस्टिंग लगाया, इसीलिए तेलंगाना के कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष को, तेलंगाना मुख्यमंत्री को हम अरेस्ट करते बोल के नोटिस लेकर तेलंगाना गांधी भवन में पहुंच गए। इसका मतलब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ईडी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई हो गए, अभी दिल्ली पुलिस को इस्तेमाल कर रहे चुनाव जीतने के लिए। यहाँ पर कोई डरने वाले नहीं है भाई, यहाँ पर पलट के जवाब देने वाले हैं। आने वाले चुनाव में नरेंद्र मोदी जी और अमित शाह को हरा के दिखाएंगे कर्नाटक और तेलंगाना में।
The BJP has lashed out at the Congress for sharing a doctored video to spread fake news, and leading the charge was Prime Minister Modi.
जो लोग चुनाव हार चुके हैं, मैदान खो चुके हैं, ये लोग इन दिनों टेक्नोलॉजी का उपयोग करके फेक वीडियो बना रहे हैं। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का दुरुपयोग करते हुए उनको सबक सिखाया जाएगा। ये देश का कानून किसी के साथ भी इस प्रकार के खेल खेलने की इजाजत नहीं देता है।
Meanwhile, Congress worker named Ritam Singh was arrested in Assam for allegedly sharing Home Minister Shah's fake video. The controversy has reignited the debate over the spread of misinformation during elections, with a growing demand for stricter regulation and accountability. Bureau Report, India Today.
Quick update of what else is making the headlines tonight. Union Minister Smithy Irani filing her nomination papers in Amethi. She held a road show there, accompanied by Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav. Smithy is on a campaign spree in UP. On Sunday, she visited the Ram Temple in Ayodhya.
एक प्रत्याशी को लेकर अगर गांधी परिवार आते हैं, क्या मतलब क्या लग रहा है, क्योंकि क्या लग रहा है कि सांसद की स्मृति ईरानी के चेहरे से डर रहे हैं या भाग रहे हैं या फिर उतारने में
मैं नहीं कहूँगी, हम मोदी की गारंटी लेकर अमेठी की धरा पर लड़ रहे हैं। अमेठी में जब जो भी कांग्रेस का प्रत्याशी आएगा उनको निश्चित रूप से जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि 15 साल लापता सांसद के परिवार में सत्ता थी केंद्र में, तभी सारे काम क्यों नहीं हुए। ऐसा क्यों है कि 4 लाख परिवारों में अमेठी में टॉयलेट नहीं था। प्रति परिवार अगर आप 4 लोग भी देखें तो इसका मतलब 4 लाख परिवार मतलब 16 लाख लोगों के पास अमेठी में टॉयलेट नहीं था। ये क्या कोई सोच सकता है कांग्रेस के गढ़ के बारे में? तो इसीलिए हम अपने 5 साल के काम और उनके 15 साल के अगर वो एक भी काम गिनवाना शुरू करें तो इसी के बीच में मुझे लगता है ये चुनाव कंपैरिजन का, एक नामदार का गायब होना और कामदार का काम।
एक आखिरी सवाल लेंगे। अमेठी लोकसभा सीट है और इंडिया अलायंस गठबंधन भी है। कल बसपा ने भी यहाँ प्रत्याशी उतार दिया है, समाजवादी पार्टी कांग्रेस गठबंधन है। लगातार समाजवादी पार्टी के विधायक भाजपा में शामिल लगभग हो ही गए हैं, तो क्या लग रहा है कि गठबंधन कुछ असर होगा? मैं
इतना ही कहूँगी कि यहाँ पर जितने भी राम भक्त हैं वो राष्ट्रद्रोहियों के साथ नहीं हो सकते, वो राम भक्तों के साथ ही होंगे।
Now, while the BJP has put up, of course, Smithy Irani once again for re-election, Amethi speculation still as to who the Congress is going to put up. Time running out. 3rd May is the last date. And speculation now, as Mosi Singh, who tracks the Congress for us, joins us, that we don't know whether it will be Rahul Gandhi. There's even speculation of Mallikarjun Kharge's name doing the rounds today on Amethi, and possibly Rahul Gandhi from Rai Bareli. So all kinds of names at the moment. What is stopping the Congress at the moment from coming clear as to who they intend to put up in Amethi to take on Smithy? What are you picking up?
Rajdeep, even Atish Kaul's name is coming up, who Sheila Kaul's grandson and stays in Mumbai. Apparently, he's prepared his all the files to file his nomination papers. So lots of speculations doing the round. We do believe, and as you had also said earlier, that there is some sense of reluctance as far as, Priyanka Gandhi is concerned and her contesting the elections is concerned, because nothing really explains that once already the CEC had mooted a proposal that Rahul Gandhi should contest from Amethi and Priyanka from Rai Bareli, and the last word was with the Gandhi family. Yet again, on Saturday, the CEC mooted the same proposal to Mallikarjun Kharge, leaving the last word with the Congress president. So the names of the two leaders is right out there. We do believe that Mallikarjun Kharge and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra did a joint rally today and must have had some conversation between them. But tomorrow is the day we are told that the final word will be out, who's going to be the
Right.
candidate from Amethi and Raebareli.
So we'll know tomorrow whether it will be Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, or just Rahul Gandhi, or neither of them. As always, speculation on in the Congress. Thanks very much there, Mosi Singh, for joining me. Let me now turn to our election wrap. All the other stories coming in. Congress's Indore candidate Akshay Kanti Bam on Monday withdrew his nomination. The Congress had fielded Bam against sitting BJP MP Shankar Lalwani from Indore. This is the second such seat where the Congress, after Surat, its candidate has withdrawn at the last moment. Rajnath Singh and Smithy Irani, meanwhile, keeping the fervour high in UP. Both the leaders filing their nominations today. Smithy, of course, in Amethi, as we saw earlier. Rajnath Singh from Lucknow. Mamta Banerjee launching a fierce attack at an election rally in Murshidabad, alleging central forces are working at the behest of the BJP. The BJP chief JP Nadda hitting back, accusing Mamta of ignoring the sufferings of Sardesai women. The Congress continuing to raise the issue of Mangal Sutra and targeting Prime Minister Modi for that remark, slamming the PM. Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge said Congress had made sacrifices for the country and that the grand old party will never snatch away someone's Mangal Sutra. Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma leading an election campaign rally in Kokrajhar by dancing and singing in the rain with the public holding BJP flags.
People who tied up, they're the people who are currently in tie-up with Chandrababu Naidu. So you should ask Chandrababu Naidu and Modi what their relationship is.
He says Mr. Naidu says we are together for development. Both Prime Minister and I want the development of Andhra Pradesh.
So if they are together, it is development. If Jagan and I were to maintain a cordial relationship because I am the Chief Minister and because he is the Prime Minister, then it's for something else.
Would you support the government at the center if, let's say, Mr. Modi is 20 seats short, you have 20 MPs?
See, why do we talk about a hypothetical situation when they are together fighting against me and I am fighting against them? So where is the question of this hypothetical situation coming up?
This election, your sister, as I said, has been pitted against you. Does that trouble you? Does that leave you dismayed that your legacy is getting fractured? And the Congress party, of which he was the chief minister, has put up the sister. Why is Sharmila?
No, what I'm hurt is not because she's contesting. The reason I'm hurt is because she will lose deposits. It pains me the most to see her lose deposits, because what she's done is not right. The very party that has put my father's name in the charge sheet, the very party that has filed these fabricated cases on me. And you know who the petitioners in my case are? None other than Congress and TDP. And today, you know who's driving my sister or the Congress party in the state? None other than Chandrababu Naidu through Revant.
You're making a very serious allegation. You're claiming Chandrababu Naidu and Revant Reddy have propped up Y. Sharmila to take you on in Andhra Pradesh.
Absolutely. Congress party is remote controlled by Chandrababu Naidu, as the BJP is being remote controlled by Chandrababu Naidu. Today Jagan is fighting just not one BJP.